Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here coming at you with this week's Rogue Deck Roundup, and I'm sad to say that there's not much to cover. The meta is just what it is right now. It's solidifying.
Yeah,
It's
you mean what's
pushing
left of the Rogue Deck Roundup?
right. It's just pushing everybody out right now. Obviously, Kamel's here to talk with me about it. Um, Dragunity was the best one this week. It got two second place finishes and a top eight. So it's not a lot of points right there. I really don't know what else to say about
Well,
Dragunity. I mean, they
for
try. They
for
try.
Dragoonity, for Dragoonity, right? Uh, there's a new challenger has appeared for
That's true.
Dragoonity.
Yeah, that's true.
Lord of Scrubs. He's been doing what Night Fox has been struggling to do for the past couple weeks. He's gotten second place in
Twice.
two
Yeah.
battle phase tournaments. But close but no cigar has not picked up a win yet. Hopefully soon he will be able to. But as far as rogue deck goes, I think Dragunity's right now the king of rogue decks, and that's about it.
That's pretty sad because if you ever watch them, they always just dominate, and then they get to the finals, and then they just like crap the bed
Yeah, there's
every single
absolutely
time.
just fall on their face in the finals.
Yeah, it's not good. I think that sometimes we get a best of three out. Like they actually go to the third game, but it's still not that great.
Yeah.
And then we had a three-way tie basically. Evil Eye, Six Samson, Strongberg all
Oh
got a
God.
single point, but um, Evil Eye, I'm kind of disappointed in that deck. That's the one we talk about every week. It has so much potential, but I think we're starting to see it might have potential. You might have a good pilot. It just doesn't have what it takes to keep going.
Now, Evil Eye, uh, yeah, I don't think it has the potential to keep going right now. It got around the same representation as Goki and Dragunity this week, and 1 point. So that goes to show. But Evil Eye, a deck I think will be better in Xyz era. Even though they do lack monsters to, they lack main deck monsters to summon and use their effects. They do use the same monsters, multiple copies of them.
Hmm.
So maybe you'll be able to bring out some powerful Xyz monster with your crappy Evil Eyes, and then keep your Medusa out for the graveyard control. That's all I can see in the future of this deck. Other than that, I think it just purely does not have the resources to maintain relevance at the moment.
Well, I think a lot of decks and a lot of people are just like, dude, when XZs comes out, that's when we're gonna shine. And unless you can XZ summon with spells, I don't think Evil Eye's doing anything, man. 'Cause that's what their deck is. It's all spells. That's all it
Right,
is.
yeah. It spells are the two monsters. Our
Right.
boy Mythyard, one day he'll come out with some tier zero Evil Eyes when Xyz comes
It's gonna
out.
be
So
such
well,
a long combo because you're gonna
so
have a monster in the grave, summon the Medusa, pull the monster out of the grave. Now you have two. You do your overlay. You bring out your XZ's monster. Next turn, you can summon another Medusa to bring the ones that use the ones on the overlay. Use the Medusa, bring one back out of the grave. Oh my!
uh,
It's such a long combo.
look, if there's anyone who can do it, it's Mythyard, all right?
I
So if
don't think
you're
it's happening, man. I don't
if
think it's
you're
happening.
if you're an Evil Eye enthusiast, make sure you spam Mythyard in the DMs, ask him what's on his mind.
Right.
When Xyz World comes out, I'm sure he'll have some special concoction for you ready up.
I'm
So
just
that's all
saying
I gotta
this.
say on that.
If you're looking to invest in a deck, I'd skip Evil Eye and I go to for
Definitely.
Performa Pals for XZs because they can
Oh
spam
my
level
gosh,
threes so much
speaking of that,
faster.
I've seen people recommending Evil Eye to people saying it's like free to play. Like,
No,
no,
no, don't
Evil Eye
do
is not free to
that.
play. It requires you to get 3 URs in a main box. That's 3 resets. If you don't spend money and you're free to play, are you kidding me? That could be at the bottom of the box. You'll be fishing through it for weeks trying to get a crappy deck that can't even get on the Rogue Deck Roundup.
You've been hanging out on Reddit again, I could tell.
I've been hanging out in some other streams, and the
Oh,
bad
okay.
advice people give them in chat is, oh my god.
Yeah,
They need to
it gets
watch our
pretty
channel
bad.
more.
Yeah.
Guys, look, if you know people who are recommending Evil Eye to people, please send them over here. We'll
Right, we'll help them.
we'll, we'll correct them, we'll educate them.
We're not selling anything here. Except a
Exactly.
good time. That's what we're selling. Good times.
That's right.
Six scams. I'm surprised that they got a top eight, so we have to mention them on Rogue decks. I mean, they
Yes.
they did get a top eight. How is this deck still around? I mean, yeah, they had their negate, but I don't think a lot of decks care about that anymore. But
Well,
they,
it's just a couple good players, man.
yeah, it seems
Let's
like the
see.
deck
If you give me
is
1 minute, I could find out exactly who did it.
because it feels like the deck. I mean, it does have its plays, but it's weird to think that it's a slower deck compared to what's out there right now. And a single negate of a spell or trap doesn't seem that great either, especially with all the back row that's being played. People playing Canadians, they're playing their floodgates. Raigeki breaks. You bring out that tuner and bam, they hit it. Necro Valley, bam, there's no protection for you
All
on
right,
your
so
skin.
it was none other than the last samurai himself,
Oh, okay.
DDDLV21,
Yep.
getting top 8 with 6 Sams. He pretty basic 6 Sam build, but he's playing Karma Cut,
Hmm.
and his side deck's pretty tooled for the new meta. So that is really it. An expert with the deck getting top 8 in battle phase. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing. We see Stromberg. I'm guessing this is King Krabby. Get
Mhm.
scoring a single point for Stromberg. It's just one of those decks that there's an enthusiast group around it, and they just don't want it to die.
What
Um,
deck is that? Oh, Stromberg. Stromberg.
Stromberg, yeah. Um, it is what it is. It's always fun to watch. It's always fun because there's always people misplaying around it. They always attack into the castle. They always
Right.
attack a face down card because the only card Stromberg plays face down is their Grand Maju when they have 10 cards banished.
Exactly.
So people always attack into it. I mean, it's
And of course, the guy who got a top there was Blast,
always
one of
blast.
the
I was thinking
yeah.
maybe King Crab, but
Well, he is
no.
also one of the pillars of the
Yeah.
Stromberg community, so nothing out of the ordinary there.
And GoldenEye is back. He said he is back and he's going to
Oh
get that thing.
snap, man!
Yeah.
GoldenEye, he took a hiatus from dueling, so I'm glad he's
Yeah.
back.
So he's back and ready to go. But overall, like we said, the meta is starting to solidify. There's just not a lot of room. Invoke Neos is just stomping everybody. Everybody's just moving towards that deck right now.
Yeah.
Shiranui, Heroes, E-Sabers. They're just forcing everything out. Even the people that play rogue decks, I think, are kind of getting to the point of tired of losing, and they're starting to. Maybe they're not going invoke Neos yet, but they're moving up the ladder a little bit on other decks, and they're like, maybe I'll play
Right.
Ritual Beast.
Yeah, maybe I'll try something a little more viable, you know?
Right. So
I actually want to try to win a tournament.
because we're just seeing representation down, conversions rates down. I just think by the time we finally limp across the finish line and get into the XZ's era, it's going to be 4 decks on the power rankings.
Vortex.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
no rogue decks at all.
Maybe there will be new rogue decks to breathe life into the rogue deck roundup once again.
We need a box that actually can be viable. Is the problem? The past couple boxes,
Yeah.
weather painters aren't even making it into the top 32. They only made it a handful
That's
of
right.
times.
They are washing out in Swiss, even though it's a very big brain deck. The big brain players have abandoned it, so it's
Yeah, and
washing out.
Infernity, Infernity is just doing nothing. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, but with weather painters, I think the games take too long, and if you make one mistake, there's not a lot of room for recovery.
Right.
Infernity, you can just brick and brick and brick all day, and just lose and lose and lose all day. So people have abandoned those. So we just need a box that's going to do something. The last main really didn't do anything, which is no surprise. There's rumors that we're going to get a mini before the next the world change. So I'm guessing
Yes, I
that.
believe we will. Sometime this week. This week, I
All right.
believe
So maybe this
we'll be
mini
getting an announcement. Yeah.
might have something that will work when the XYZs come out, maybe, but right now I don't think it's going to do anything either. So I think the
Hmm.
next 6 weeks is just going to be stale bread until XYZs come.
Yeah, so you got to bear with us, guys, as we bear with the meta until Xyz's world.
Yeah, and I wish we had something better to tell you, but we don't. So we're just going to leave you there with the Rogue Deck
That's just how
Roundup.
the cookie crumbles,
Yeah.
guys. This is how it is.
Yeah, so if you like this video, I know it's sad for some of you, but we tried our best with what we had. And if you do like it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. Make sure to get in the Discord because that's where we host all of our tournaments. You'll get notifications when they get announced. Make sure to follow the link down below for Gamersupps. It's in the description down there. You can use that link and use the code DLE to get 10% off.
Hmm.
Just pray for the rogue decks, and if you want to see more production value on the rogue deck video, go out there and get a top 8. Maybe I'll make a graphic for you.
Maybe.
All right, we're getting out of here. I'm Circus. That's Kamel. We'll see you next time.
Peace out, guys.